Hey Narwhals, I'm your host Luke Narwhal, and today we'll be reading a post from r/lose it. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more weight loss stories. 1 year of weight loss and having an account on Reddit for my fitness interests. Here are my main tips for lasting weight loss. Happy cake day to me. It has officially been a year since I made this account, weighed myself for the first time, and started counting calories. I went from 80 kilos down to 63 kilos, the 17 kilos lost. I learned so much about health and how to maintain not only good health, but so many good habits. Here's some tips. 1. Track your calories, even if it's in a gentle way. It doesn't even have to be completely accurate. What I mean by that is that nowadays I still weigh my food, but I round it up to the closest, usually higher number. Then I just write it down on my note app and leave it at that. Like, let's say I cut up a pear and weigh it. It comes out as 100 grams. I look up the calories for it online and it's 57 kcal. Then I round it up to 60, write it on note app, and that's it. It literally does not need to be harder than that. 2. Exercise. People might not realize, but even going on a walk every evening is enough to keep your body well off. And gentle movement and getting up and doing things is really the cornerstone to be able to eat a bit more, not feeling too restricted, and keeping your neat, non-exercise activity thermogenesis up and running. Adding some YouTube workouts or yoga a couple times a week can be really useful for getting your blood flowing. Strength training is super useful, but I personally don't really care about the body altering of it. I have noticed so many physiological benefits from working my core and legs, from being able to walk up hills easier and squatting down to pick things up, or even balance thanks to my improved core strength. I aim for 2 times a week of strength training, and it is honestly enough if your goal is just to maintain strength and have a strong body for everyday tasks. 3. Nutrition. After changing to eating mostly whole foods with loads of fruit and veggies, I was able to start stressing less about only calories and focus more on the quality of my food. I still almost daily indulge in something unhealthy, ice cream, popcorn, chocolate, but moderation is seriously key. Other things I did was almost completely cut out red meat, eat vegetarian-friendly foods for breakfast and dinner, and have some sort of animal protein for dinner. Aim for 4 servings of fruit and 5 servings of veg a day. It's not that hard when you realize 1 medium carrot is a serving. 1 serving of beans a day. I literally just make bean brownies and eat 2 of them, and that's my serving. They're so delicious, moist, and easy to make. Highly recommended. And a serving of nuts a day. I take omega-3 tablets and D vitamin every day. When you start focusing on the quality of your food, rather than just fitting whatever you feel like into your day, suddenly calories really do become more of an afterthought. 4. Body image. I have gone through phases of really wanting a flat stomach and nice butt, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with altering your body to your liking, but it became too stressful, so I ended up focusing on what is the healthiest I can be instead of how my body looked. I looked at my waist-hip ratio, waist size, and BMI for guidelines on where to continue. Having an average body has given me so much self-love recently, because once you know you're in a healthy place mentally and physically, you know that people who truly love you don't care about that small belly pooch or flabby arms and thighs. 5. Weighing myself. I used to weigh myself every day, multiple times a day, and if you're currently at that point, consider making a change. I slowly made it only a twice a week thing, and then a weekly, and now I only weigh myself once a month. The surprising thing was that I actually finally broke through my plateau when I stopped weighing myself, and focused on eating in a satisfying, energizing way, and exercising to create the deficit, rather than always cutting out more. My biggest tip to get out of the harmful mentality for some of weighing daily is to get the scale as far away as possible, out of sight, out of mind. Also, if it's hard to get, you're less likely to want to go through the trouble of actually getting it. 6. Eat enough. I'm begging you. It might feel good to see the scale go down at 1,200 calories a day. I know, I was there. But combining weighing only once a month with eating more and creating a deficit via exercise is so important for overall health. And just trust me on this one. It doesn't mean don't have a deficit at all, but it can be as small as 200 calories a day. You'll still see progress with that. And honestly, my biggest advice is to get a smartwatch, if you're in a place to buy one, to track your calorie burn throughout the day to have more leeway on how much you'll eat. 7. Enjoy the process. and really implement habits that last a lifetime. If you're not enjoying what you're doing, it won't stick. I actually like writing down what I eat nowadays because it gives me a peace of mind to know that I'm still within my calorie limit for the day. It might seem scary to think that you might have to count calories for the rest of your life, but when you realize that it takes 5 minutes before or after a meal to log them out, and after that you can relax and not worry for the rest of the time, is liberating. Also, make exercise a habit, even if it's just a walk after dinner or first thing in the morning, or a couple of push-ups or crunches every time you use the bathroom. Everything helps, and you don't have to do a lot to reap the benefits. As long as it's a consistent habit and you enjoy it. Try new things. Biking, hiking, swimming, yoga, gym, rollerblading, skating, dancing around the house, playing exercise games, doing workout challenges on YouTube. Whatever makes you feel the happy feeling, do it. It's never too little, and every step counts towards a lifetime of maintaining your amazing accomplishment. Remember to enjoy food as well. Having a weekly pizza night and enjoying food during holidays doesn't mean that you aren't being healthy for the rest 90% of the time. Even having a snack that you're craving that day can actually steer off future craving, even if it sounds counterintuitive. Being mindful of every bite of treats that you're enjoying that day seriously helped me enjoy the small portions of my favorite foods. I even learned to only crave a small amount, as too much would be overwhelming and would leave me grossed out. Meditating is also helpful, though I'm only at baby steps with that, so I can't give too much advice on it. Keep learning. Read books, listen to podcasts, watch YouTube videos. Keep making sure you're on the know about mental health aspects, learn about others' experiences and scientific data on what can help you reach your personal goal. One more thing I want to say is to keep your mental health in check through the whole journey. If you don't address the reasons you got to where you are or were in the first place, you won't see lasting results. And if you ever feel like falling into a disordered mindset, talk to someone. I personally believe I had to get a bit obsessive to make it happen, unfortunately, but I never let it get too far. I talked to people close to me and told my struggles and really reflected on what I was doing. Now I'm in a balance of still having it fresh in my mind every day, but never letting it disturb the best life I can have. Thank you for reading, and I hope some of these tips helped you. I just wish that I had the willpower. I always overeat. Sometimes it feels like I'm controlled by food, and it's pissing me off. I struggle massively with portion control. I've spent the last 5 years learning how to stop when I'm full, even if there's still food on my plate. I like to eat big dinners, and I like to eat a meal-sized portion of every dish I eat. So if I'm eating meat, veggies, and a starch for dinner, I'm eating a meal-sized portion of each of those. I've found success in a couple different ways. Intermittent fasting. If I'm eating the vast majority of my calories in one meal, my portion sizes aren't a problem. Downsides are that I can't always eat enough to get appropriately balanced nutrition. Slowing down when I eat. The old advice to put your fork down between bites actually helps me a lot. I have a habit of stuffing my face with as much food as I can fit in my mouth, and then I keep shoveling it in because I don't want to stop tasting what I'm eating. If I slow down and spend more time chewing, I get to taste the food for longer without eating any more of it. One dish meals. Instead of eating small portions of 3 different things, I'll eat large portions of one thing. Have a nice pile of well-seasoned veggies for lunch, and a big chicken breast for dinner. As long as there's enough flavor in what I'm eating, I'm content not to have different things to eat, and I don't get caught in the trap of wanting to keep tasting the things on my plate, so I don't end up searching for another snack 20 minutes after dinner. Waiting to get more food. If I've just finished a meal and I'm still feeling unsatisfied, I'll set a timer for 20 minutes, get a glass of water, and if I still want more food when the timer goes off, I'll let myself have a small snack. Overall though, I needed to come to terms with the fact that I turned to food for comfort. I started working on finding better ways to manage my stress, meditation, exercise, and seeking counseling. I've started to pay more attention to whether I want to eat because I'm hungry, I want to eat because I want the taste, or I want to eat because I'm feeling crappy. If it's the third option, I know I need to find something else to do. And that brings us to the featured narwhals of the day from our subreddit. Our subreddit is a place to share pictures, ask questions, and get support on your weight loss journey. To join, just open the description below and click the top link. Click Use App, install the Reddit app, create an account, and then click Join once you're at our subreddit. We'd love to have you join us on the subreddit. Once again, the link is below. Guitar Girl 19 says, slowly getting there. Progress from 3 months, only 6 pound difference. Female, 5'11", current weight 155, goal weight 143. Boo 9817 says, differing kind of progress pic. Who knew that I had knee bones? MGK23 says, January 1st, 2020, 259 pounds, to June 22nd, 2020, 208 pounds. I am aiming for 165 by Christmas. Thanks for sharing Future Narwhals. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more weight loss stories that help you stay on track. Thanks for watching Narwhals, and I'll see you in the next one.